Greetings and welcome to the lesson. Today we are still at it. We've been studying the various sources of funds for businesses. We are considering the long-term sources. We've done several sources. We've looked at the characteristics of various sources, the benefits and the drawbacks. Our attention today is focused on business angels. Business angels. In this lesson, we will outline the characteristics of business angels, the benefits and the downsides of business angels. And business angels candidates, also known as investor angels, are high net individuals with a keen interest in investing their own money into promising ventures. Business angels, I repeat, are high net individuals. They are high net individuals who provide capital and support to what we call early stage businesses, and these are typically startups and entrepreneurs. Business angels are in many ways similar to venture capitalists, but the main difference being that venture capitalists pool resources from different sources and invest in startups and entrepreneurs, whereas business angels use their own money. They use their own money to invest in startups and promising ventures. Do you understand? You recall we studied venture capital. We gave out the characteristics and also the benefits and disadvantages in our last lesson. Now, today, let's outline the characteristics of business angels or investor angels of business angel investors, business angels, investor angels, angel investors. Angel what? Investors. The first characteristic is that they invest personal wealth. Invest personal wealth. Unlike venture capitalists who use or who pull together sources or money from different sources to support startups. So business angels use their own funds to invest in startups. 2, smaller investment size. They typically invest small amounts than venture capitalists. Right? Compared to venture capitalists, the business angels invest smaller amounts of money. They primarily invest in early stage, high growth companies and so on. They invest smaller amounts of money. They also have early stage focus. Early stage focus, meaning They primarily invest in early stage high growth companies. You understand? They have flexible terms. Flexible terms. Their terms are flexible. They are more flexible compared to traditional lenders, with less focus on collateral and potentially lower interest rates. 5, industry expertise. They often have extensive experience in specific industry, offering valuable insight and connections. Other than just investing, they invest in industries in which they have expertise. These are business angels. Strong networks. These angels connect startups to their networks. They link these entrepreneurs or startups their own network. These are network of advisors, network of investors and potential clients. They have strong network. 7, mentorship and support. Angel investors provide personalized guidance. They provide personalized support, addressing specific needs and challenges of the entrepreneurs. 8, they have a more hands-off approach. They have a more hands-off approach as compared to venture capitalists. You remember we said that venture capitalists are more involved in the operations of the companies in which they invest. Business angels are less actively involved in company operations than the venture capitalists, but they still offer strategic guidance and leadership. 9, they have a longer term perspective. They have a longer term perspective. They take what we call a patient approach with investment horizon extending beyond immediate returns. Unlike the venture capitalists that have a specific period of exit. They have a timeline in which they exit, but business angels have a longer term perspective. 10, shared passion. Business angels have a shared passion and commitment. Shared passion and commitment. They have a shared passion and commitment. They often invest in sectors they understand and are passionate about, thereby fostering a closer relationship and shared success journey. 11, exit strategy. Exit strategy. Now, while they are patient, they still require an exit strategy. The exit strategy may be an IPO, it can be acquisition, which is aligned with the founder's long-term vision. So business angels, just like venture capitalists, they have an exit strategy, though their perspective is longer. They have a longer term investment horizon as compared to the venture capitalists. So these are 11 characteristics of business angels. Let us discuss The pros of business angels. Number one, access to capital. Access to capital. Business angels candidates provide capital to startups where the traditional banking and other financial institutions are not available. They provide access to capital where the conventional financial institutions are not available. Remember, we say that business angels are high net worth individuals who have a passion in certain industries, who are keen on investing their own money on startups and entrepreneurs. And that helps young companies grow and expand their operations. 2, flexible funding. Flexibility in funding. Business angels often offer more flexible terms than traditional lenders, with less focus on collateral and potentially lower interest rates. 3, business expertise. Business expertise. They have extensive experience in their chosen industries, offering valuable mentorship, offering valuable advice, and connections to potentially connections to potential partners, connections to potential customers, and so on. There is also number 4 connected to expertise. What I've just talked about is network access. Network access. This is yet another benefit of business angels. They can connect startups to their network of advisors, investors, potential clients, thereby accelerating business growth and development. Strategic guidance. Strategic guidance, number 5. Strategic guidance. They provide critical insight, helping refine business plans, navigate challenges, and also make informed strategic decisions. Number 6, board involvement. Board involvement. They may sit on the board and participate as board directors, thereby providing strategic oversight and guidance from within the company. They may sit on the board, and that will help them provide strategic direction to the company. Mentorship and support. Mentorship and support. Business angels offer personalized guidance and support, addressing specific needs, addressing specific challenges that the founders may have. 8, validation and credibility. What do I mean by validation and credibility? Now, having a known and respected business angel as an investor can enhance the company's credibility and attract further investment. It can enhance the company's credibility and make the company attract more investment. Validation and credibility. Number 9, patient capital. Patient capital. What is patient capital? Now, while expecting returns, business angels often have a longer term perspective than venture capitalists, which allows for a more flexibility and time for growth. The business angels do not have a short-term perspective investment horizon, but a longer one, thereby providing patient capital to startups. So these are 9 pros of business angels. We are moving on to discuss the cons of business angels, disadvantages of business angels. Number 1, limited funding. If you are to compare with venture capitalists, then money received from business angels can be limited, because venture capitalists, they pull money together from different sources. But money from business angels is money that is received from individuals. Money received or money that is advanced by venture capitalists, that is money from institutional investors. And such amounts can be huge compared to money received from business angels. So business angels typically invest small amounts compared to venture capitalists. And that cannot be enough for companies requiring significant capital for rapid expansion or large-scale projects. So raising the desired capital might require securing funding from multiple business angels. And that increases complexity, potentially leading to conflicting interests or different viewpoints. You understand? Limited funding amounts. 2, we may talk of passive approach. Passive approach. Passive approach. Now, business angels tend to take a less active role compared to venture capitalists, providing more hands-off guidance and support. And that might not be ideal for companies needing experience, needing operational guidance, strategic guidance, and so on. So compared to venture capitalists, business angels take a passive approach, though we've discussed there that there are those who may sit on the board providing strategic direction. But generally, business angels take a passive approach, and that may be a disadvantage. 3 is limited. We can call it limited knowledge, or let me say expertise. Limited expertise. Now, while experience within their field, an individual business angel's expertise might not comprehensively cover all the aspects of company needs, thereby potentially affecting the scope of guidance offered. An individual cannot have all the expertise that is required to help a startup achieve its goals or objectives, because individuals by their very nature are limited. You understand? 3, 4, potential. There is also potential loss of control. Loss of control. Potential loss of control. Business angels sometimes seek board representation, which can influence decision making and potentially dilute the founder's control. You understand? That is in comparison to the what we call purely financial investors. So the founder may lose control over the company where the business angel insists on sitting on the board or seeking representation on the board. 5, investor expectations. Investor expectations. Business angels, candidates, while patient, still expect returns. And that could lead to pressure for faster growth or pressure for profitability, potentially compromising the long-term goals or strategic directions or decisions. Investor expectations. Number 6, there is need for exit strategy alignment. Exit strategy alignment. There is need for exit strategy alignment. Why? Because ensuring that the business angels desired exit strategy, the angels desired strategy, exit strategy, for example, acquisition or IPO, that exit strategy must align with the founder's long-term vision, and that may not be possible, though it is crucial to avoid future conflicts or missed opportunities. Do you understand? 7, limited network scope. Limited network scope. Now, while valuable, the business angels network might not be extensive as that of a venture capitalist. Because you know, venture capitalists are firms. They are basically firms. These are organizations. So you cannot compare the network scope of an individual with that of an established venture capitalist firm. And that potentially limits access to certain resources and potential investors. 8, personality clashes. Personality clashes. Now, there is what sometimes compatibility that is needed. That is compatibility and shared values between founders and business angels. That compatibility between the two is very crucial for successful partnering or successful partnership. Do you understand? Compatibility and shared values. Where there is no compatibility and shared values, then that may lead to personality clashes. There could be potential personality clashes or differing management styles that could hinder communication, that could hinder decision making, and that may be a disadvantage of business angels as a long-term source of finance. So these are 8 disadvantages. We gave 9 advantages and 11 characteristics of business angels. The first one is they invest their personal wealth. We define business angels as high net worth individuals who are keen on investing their wealth on startups and entrepreneurs. The second characteristic is that they have smaller investment size because we compare this with the venture capitalists, which are firms, and that is a feature, smaller investment size. Then they have early, just like venture capitalists, they have early stage focus. Business angels have flexible terms. They have industry expertise. These are individuals with strong network. They offer mentorship and support. They have a more hands-off approach. They have a longer term perspective. They have a shared passion and commitment. Shared passion and commitment. Shared here means their passion and commitment of their passion and commitment is similar to that of the founders. There is shared passion and commitment between the founder and the business angels. They have, just like venture capitalists, an exit strategy, which could be an IPO or an acquisition. We went further in this lesson to give an adumbration of the advantages of business angels. One is access to capital, flexibility in funding, business expertise. Network access is also an advantage. Network, they give strategic guidance. They may be involved at the board level in strategic decision making. They offer mentorship and support. Having a business angel as an investor to a business, we said, gives credibility and validation, which can further attract more investments or funding. Then lastly, patient capital. Lastly, we have the disadvantages of business angels. One is limited funding amount. Given that business angels are individuals, by very nature of individuals may have limited funding. So if a company needs huge sums of capital, then the company may need to have many business angels, multiple business angels providing the funds that may be required. We saw passive approach as a disadvantage. As individuals, they may have limited expertise compared to venture capitalists. Number 4, potential loss of control, where business angels insist on having representation on the board, that can potentially lead to loss of control by the founders of the company. Investor expectations may also be high. Exit strategy alignment, limited network scope, they may have limited network scope, and personality clashes. Compatibility and shared values between the founders and business angels are crucial for successful partnership. We've seen that there could be potential personality clashes or differing opinions or management styles, which could hinder communication between the business angels and the founders. Now, these candidates marks the end of the lesson, where we've discussed business angels as a long-term source of funding. We've seen that business angels provide a valuable source of early stage funding for startups, and these angels can significantly benefit entrepreneurs, and therefore it's essential that both parties, the founders and the business angels, to align their expectations, to align their work so that they can collaboratively navigate the challenges and navigate the uncertainties associated with early stage ventures. That's the end of the lesson. Here is your today's assignment on business angel finance. 1. What distinguishes business angels from other types of investors? And what factors do business angels typically consider when deciding to invest in a startup or entrepreneurial venture? Number 2, How does the level of involvement and mentorship provided by business angels differ from that of traditional venture capitalists? And what advantages might this bring to the funded business? 3. Discuss the risks and rewards associated with business angels financing, both from the perspective of the investor and the entrepreneur seeking funding. Thank you for attending the lesson. I hope to see you in our next session where we are going to discuss private equity as a long-term source of funds. Bye-bye.